who's now no longer with the football team. So take a look at this matchup. Riverside did it last year, and you got to believe that they could do it again.
Yeah, and they've done it in the last 5 meetings. So they're on a 5-game winning streak against the Vikings. And just a little quick note and an interesting fact, RCC trails the all-time series versus Long Beach City, 10 wins to 14 losses. So hopefully they could get that 11th win here tonight.
Yeah, but it's been, six of their last 6. That's the key, and they're going to have to do it with Nicholas King, who has been up and down, inconsistent in the first half. 11 to 20, 135, had a touchdown, but he was sacked twice. Right, he picked up a couple crucial first downs, but had a couple mistakes and nearly was picked off as we neared the end of halftime.
It's funny how we put a lot of pressure on Nicholas King, but we have to remember that he took over this program in week 4 in the second quarter of the game against El Camino.
Right. So he's had a full 5 games under his belt. Right. He should be in mid-season form, but boy, this has just been for a couple weeks straight. It's been King who's struggled a little bit. And Denzel Foster has gotten back into his normal Denzel Foster mode. Right. 11 carries, 68 yards, and most of that came on that 99-yard march. Dan, can you talk about that? Where this is a team that 8 plays, 3 minutes and 16 seconds, were able to travel the length of the football field, and Jermel Walker made things from really good to great here in Veterans Memorial Stadium, capped it off with a 25-yard touchdown.
Well, with that drive, what they did first was establish the run. They went to 4 straight rushing plays, and on every single rush, they gained at least 4 yards a pop. And so, with that said, you got the pass set up instantly, and that's exactly what they did with that huge touchdown grab by Jermel Walker, jumping up high and grabbing it at its highest point. Perfectly technically sound there for sure.
Just climbed the ladder and was able to snag that football. But the other argument here is that the Tigers received the football, and Nicholas King, despite his somewhat egregious first half numbers, this is a man that in his completions have spread the ball around. 2 for Walker, 2 for Marenko, 2 for Morin, 2 for Foster, and then you add another one for Michael Stallone. This is a man that is getting everyone involved.
If I'm a wide receiver, I'm liking my chances to see the ball.
But if you're Whitney, not so much.
Well, Whitney, he's probably double-teamed. We've got to keep an eye on that now. Well, let's see if there's probably always safety help on his side for sure. Right. And so let's keep an eye on that for the second half.
Well, the number 1 rushing team in the state of California with 5.7 yards per carry has been negated to 3 so far in the first half, and they'll have to watch their defense go back to work. A deep kick as we begin the second half here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, and oh boy, Tremel Davis on a miserable attempt and decision there by the number 3 halfback, takes it out of his own end zone, and the Tigers, who had a 99-yard drive in the second, are looking to do so here in the third.
I like his effort. You can't blame him for wanting to cause something, but you've got to be able to think things through thoroughly. In that type of situation, you just want to take a knee. Give yourself a chance at the 20-yard line instead of backed up in the 10-yard line. That's a huge difference there.
Well, there's one time to be aggressive and another time to be not the smartest return man. That's one of the issues for the special teams for the Tigers. You have what really was the play of the day last week. Well, Tremel Davis, who was the hero, he had the 75-yard kickoff return that really got things going. King fumbles the football, and it'll be snagged up by the Vikings at around the 10-yard line. And a costly penalty, not only to end the half, but to kickstart the third by Nicholas King. It's a fumble, his second on the season, and Johnny on the spot for the recovery. It looked like it was number 55 for the Vikings, Jason Foe, one of the brothers of the Fowl family. He's on there for the recovery.
Yeah, you're talking about Jason Fajo, a guy who dominated the Moore League in high school. I'm talking about Long Beach Poly, a big boy. He was always there stuffing the run, and here causing a great fumble recovery right there. Nicholas King initially fumbled that snap, recovered it, and fumbled it again. That play was just blown up from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, Jason Foe, I have no problems with him having struggles against the 6'1", 305-pound defensive lineman who, outside of Poly, also continued his play at UTEP before he transferred back to Long Beach City College. It'll be a gain of 4 for number 4, Ontario Bateman. Bateman has been relatively quiet so far tonight. 10 carries for a measly 46 here so far in the third quarter.
This is a RCC team that struggles when they are backed up against the ropes right here. We saw that against Grossmont, in which the offense kept putting RCC's defense in bad situations. Right here, another bad situation.
Bateman to the outside, 10-5, and he's out to around the 2. And putting themselves in a horrible situation, Dan. They have 2 yards away from a touchdown.
If I'm Nicholas King, I'm hoping my defense backs me up right now and stops this Viking team to at least 3 points right now.
Daquan Hampton, the USC commit, with only 2 catches today. He's pushed out to the left-hand side. A 3-wide set. Bateman into the game as the halfback.
Watch the QB draw right here.
Kenny Potter, he has a couple rushing touchdowns this season in only 4 games. Bateman to the left-hand side, flanking the quarterback. Potter will keep it himself to the 5-4-3, sneaks to the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown Vikings. They're an extra point away from a 1-point lead here at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, you and I call that one right there. We knew what was coming. Long Beach had success earlier on that same play, and they elect to go to it again. Great call right there.
And Kenny Potter into the end zone yet again. That'll be his 14th total touchdown this season. And this is only his 5th game as a starter for Long Beach City College. He has been a phenomenal running back for them. And also, don't forget, he's throwing 10 touchdowns this season as well.
Oh, okay.
The extra point is good. 14-13, Vikings on top. Dan Gadino and the Chenoweth gang along with you. 13:33 to go in the third. The Tigers at 1 point on a 10-0 run. We're looking like the dominant ball club of the whole year, going 4-0 in conference play. But, what an egregious way to cough up a lead with only 127 elapsed in the third quarter.
Yeah, and they're both even in the turnover department. And
by this point.
Yeah, just 101 right now, and it's a pretty much even score despite a 1-point lead by Long Beach, but it's even key, and it seems like this is going the route we like it to go, close and tight at the end.
Well, I think you can blame that entire drive, and I understand the quarterback fumbled the football, but boy, Tremel Davis has got to, when he's 6 yards deep in his end zone, to take a knee, and we'll see what happens here. Alfredo Solis tees it up and about ready to kick it away. Tremel Davis and also Isaac Whitney are back deep to receive. Tigers trail, but only by 1. And he sends it away to the near side, out to around the 5. Davis will have to take it this time to the 10, and he's spun down at around the 14-yard line. No, sir, on that play as well. Davis has been stuck inside his own 20 the entire night. That'll be yet another play, but a late flag flies in.
Wow, that was super late right there.
Hey, boy, yeah, in a second.
That could possibly be some unsportsmanlike conduct on the Vikings right here. A lot of chattering going on their side.
Well, the argument is made. Well, we'll check the penalty. That'll be a personal foul called against the Vikings. And no second penalty. So Tremel Davis gets a very fortuitous break. But we take a look at the junior college department when it comes to play, and there have been some talks about it not being nearly as efficient as some of the premier high school that we have called as well.
True.
And the penalty department just adds to that statistic. Combined for both of these teams so far, it's now 12 penalties for over 125 yards.
Wow, that's what you call sloppy. And imagine if you were to clean up all that if you're RCC. You're pretty much unstoppable.
That trio to the left-hand side has killed them all night against that Vikings defense. Denzel Foster working out of the trio, gets the call and gains 6. Denzel Foster now, 11 carries by him for 78 yards. Looking for his first touchdown. He does have 4 so far this season. Second down and a measly 4. Quick huddle. There he goes. Nicholas King will tuck it under, and down he goes. Another sack, third on the day for the Vikings. And Boy, is King just getting so flustered here in the third quarter. Not looking like the same single caller that we saw pick apart that Vikings secondary in the first half.
Well, they finally have tape on Nicholas King, and so you've got a lot of time to study for him, and it seems like the Vikings have done their studying for sure this week.
3rd down and 6 after the 2-yard sack. They need the 39-yard line to move the chains. A 4-wide set. Foster flanks out to the left-hand side in motion. Back to throw. King fires over the middle. Has his man Morin reaching for the first down marker, and he's got it across the 40, and he's reaching ahead to the 43-yard line. Number 10 for a pickup of 10. Moved the chains. The tight end able to get involved. Catch number 3 and a first down.
Matthew Morin all year has been underused. This game here, already 3 catches and 3 big first downs so far.
First down and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Tigers. Riverside started this drive from inside their own 20, but penalties and a solid 3rd down completion from King to Morin really has been the difference. 12:06 to go. Tigers trail by 1. King looking left, fires that way, and he's got it. That'll be the first catch of the day by Isaac Whitney out to midfield, a pickup of 6.
Good to see Isaac Whitney finally getting involved. Just his 2nd catch in 6 quarters of play.
Well, the Vikings are sitting 7 yards back from these wide receivers. There's absolutely no excuse, I believe, to catch the football and throw it to these stalwart skyscrapers, if you will. A wide receiver, 6'1", Jeter, and 6'2", Whitney. Back to throw. King hit as he throws, and incomplete. Going to Darius Hunter. That would have been his first completion, but a late flag.
Here's one thing I want to see Isaac Whitney improve on. Every time a cornerback plays him tight, he's got to be able to use his footwork and his handwork to get away from that cornerback. That explosion off the line is critical for Isaac Whitney because it seems like every single play, there's somebody right in front of his face trying to jam him up.
Well, it seems like every single play, King as well is pushed back due to that defensive front, really because of these penalties. As Isaac Whitney, 1 catch today, has King on a 2nd and 14 following the 10-yard holding penalty. First down make at the 46 of the Vikings. King steps up in the pocket, flushed out, inside the numbers, across the 40, skips out of a tackle, and he's out to the 47-yard line. The quarterback for gain of 7, making it 3rd and manageable this time for the Tigers offensively.
Yeah, if I'm Tom Kraft, I'm trying to give Nicholas King every opportunity I can and get him to run. Despite his position being the quarterback position, why not? He's got the legs to do it. We've seen him all year getting first down after first down. And in this situation, on a 3rd and 7, perfect for him to run right now.
Tigers trail by 1 and need another 3rd down here. The first down make at the 46 of the Vikings. Pass rush coming. King flushed out, and he'll tuck it under and run. 50, 45, tiptoes the sideline, and he scurries out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A critical 13-yard scamper to move the chains, a first down.
Exactly like we were talking about. Nicholas King taking things into his own feet, we could say.
Right.
Just running the ball in for that first down. And let's see if Tom Kraft elects to give Nicholas King more opportunities to run the ball, because it seems like every time he's going to run the ball, he's going to get a bunch of yards for sure.
Really. Nicholas King, a man who, outside of sacked a couple times there late in the 2nd, early on in the 3rd, he has been, frankly, unstoppable here in that Riverside offense. But that one fumble, I'm sure he will look back on the tape and regret.
Well, those
win or loss tonight.
Those 2 sacks, I would say, was just bad game planning. I mean, why would you keep a guy that could run all over the opposing team? Let's see him. I would like to see him all the time flushed out of that pocket.
Yeah. I would maybe like to see some design draws and quarterback runs really out of Nicholas King. He has the size to do it, runs a 4.9 coming out of high school in Westchester, and also a man who you take a look at his agility, and I think it's among the best.
A guy that's just all over the field, and it's his long strides. I don't know if you've noticed, he's got this nice long stride, and he just looks calm with that running ability.
First down and 10 following the 13-yard scamper by Nicholas King. 10:50 to go. Tigers trail by 1. 4 wide set out for Riverside. Man flanking the quarterback is a man who's been extremely involved tonight. That's Christopher Anderson into the game. Nicholas King bouncing outside 40, and he'll scurry out of bounds at around the 36-yard line. For a man who is actually called a quarterback, it's been Nicholas King carrying the football tonight. That'll be run number 10 by the signal call out of Westchester and near a first down.
Well, you were asking for a quarterback keeper, and there it is, Nick. He keeps it right there and gets a nice